Utah State lined up, ready to deliver the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. From the gun to give, looking for room. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Illegal blocking.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job.
He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
Yeah, and you wanted to get the ball out quick, and you wanted your receiver to make the play for you and get the first down. You don't now. Decision time, fourth and short.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game, fourth and inches, and he'd signal in red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on first and 10. On the run, it's Amato. And into the end zone. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Aggies offense will get the ball for the first time. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting him in trouble and got picked off. So it's important, this one, David, up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game. When you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position one, objective number one today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
Garcia wants to throw. Right on the money. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Snagged in the middle, it's Anderson. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's Cummings. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against main coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete on the right side.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. Somebody catch it, big fella.
He'll try the left side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Zings it complete to the right. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Quick completion on the out route. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. They've been very sharp on this drive so far. Now 1st and 10 from the 43. They go to the ground. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Throws for the tight end. That pass is incomplete.
It's now 3rd down.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to get it through the air. Bought a little time, lets it go.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
And here they come going for the 1st down on 4th and 2. Got room to work. They first down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Looking to throw on first down. He slings it deep to the left. And it's caught inside the 25. They finally get him on the ground, and what a way for this offense to wrap up the first quarter. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. First play of the period, first down here. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got his man. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Give to the back. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Garcia to pass. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Off the play fake. Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on third and long from the 22. They just keep firing. Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Aggies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Utah State. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Oh, he wants it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Man, I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Breaks into the open. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Showing the arm strength to the left. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Makes the grab. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll keep it on the sneak. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on 1st down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
He lets it fly. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Garcia wants to throw. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away, because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Timeout, Utah State.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Let's it go to the end zone. And it'll be a touchdown. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Bringing the heat. Makes the grab. It's Mitchell. Out of bounds, stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, and now they feel like they have room to operate. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Garcia to pass. Fires downfield. Got it in the middle, it's Thompson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He'll set up to throw. He wants to go deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this 3rd quarter.
Just about set to get this 2nd half underway. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Garcia wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver and knocking it loose.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
It's been really hard on this quarterback all game long. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give this defense so much credit because they've done a really nice job on the back end in coverage, but they've also been able to affect his rhythm with a solid pass rush, and you saw it right there getting the sack.
There's the pressure. He's going to run it. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Hauls it in, looking for space. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Finding an escape route. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
They'll run it. Hard running there.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Unloads to the wideout. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Under fire. Works the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking for room. It's Russo. He has the first and still on his feet. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Unleashes to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Garcia to pass. Here comes the heat. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Thompson. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
They'll send the back in motion. He wants to throw it again. He's got him this time. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Aggies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab down the middle.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They'll run play action. Got his man quickly. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So first down will open up the final period. They'll try the run across the 25. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Fakes the grab. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown. With that score, looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
What a day, his third rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
And they did tack on the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Garcia wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official... flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. This offense has it with really good field position. From the gun, running back on the move. There he goes! What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to run for it. And they're in for a touchdown. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Ohio is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Peden Stadium, but the Bobcats have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Buffalo. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's open on the right. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. 1st down and 10. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Garcia to pass. Here's a heat. Makes the catch. Good, solid pickup there now. Start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
Pocket breaking down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. That defensive lineman just smelled pass on that play, and he got in the backfield and sacked the quarterback.
And that's why they get paid the big bucks. Defensive linemen, they got to play the run, be physical. But, man, when you can get a beat and understand it's going to be a pass and jump off the snap like this, make a big play, and now you put them behind the sticks, and the advantage goes big time to the defense.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Never a doubt. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And some room to work. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Leaves it with the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They're facing a third down. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. It's 4th down and 14, but they're going to go for it. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for the squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent.